wrap this hood. I don't know what is in here yet. I'll explain it. I took this one off just to make sure I remembered how it comes off, which I do remember how it comes off. So I'll walk through how I take this one off here. And I take this off so I can get the vinyl dug inside here. I'm just going to share this with some Facebook groups. Say what's up if you walk in. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat as much as I can. Good thing I went to the group. Gotta remove post. I should turn my volume down so people don't get spiked, whatever music they're playing. Holy heck. Good thing the GoPro ain't on.
And what you're going to have with that. So you're going to take that water and go into a little driplet.
I did not want to click on that. I wanted to delete and remove the post. Oh Lord, there's a lot this morning. Sorry, somebody's cutting the grass too, and they, if you can hear that, and they don't know how to fix their lawnmower. It's been like that for like 4 years instead of going to get fixed or doing. Window. Cool. All right. Let's see. All right, guys. I'm gonna be over here for now, so you can see what I do here on this one. Get my tools here. I popped the hood too, because obviously you want to wrap these corners. You see. In my opinion, this is a must to come out. So I just take some plastic tools. Get underneath here. And there's 3 clips underneath here. There's 1 clip there, one in the middle, and 1 there. So release it. Can you see it? Nope. You release those clips, push them in and up, and this comes up and out. So 3 clips. 1, 2, 3. Right? You push them up so they can slide up out of the way. It's out of the way. When they go back in, they go like this, and they go in and snap back down. So I clean that out so you can get access to that. that makes sense. It's spring, all the pollen is coming through, so this hood is nice and dirty from all the pollen that's coming through the air. So I'm gonna get a little wipe down real quick, make sure it's all nice and wet. A little wipe down. Yes, this is black. They're doing matte black. They're trying to match what I did, and they don't like the paint job that the local dealership did for them. So, and I just did these stripes yesterday. If you guys weren't here, I did these stripes yesterday. If you haven't, I just made sure it was public this morning, so you can go back and watch. I didn't get most of it done on camera. Took me a lot longer than I thought. Took me like 6 hours to do that. Or actually, it took me like 7 hours. I had to make some RT stuff. You're here, say what's up. I'm going to clay bar this. So always clay bar. Any vinyl wrap stuff. I didn't clay bar this size, but this I will. So this is just soap and water. Hey, we'll just use some glass aid instead of a back window. We'll use it for the hood. Feels pretty smooth though, but we'll make sure that we get it right. No, let me make sure comments can pop up if I see it. Live comments. There we go. Oh, let me grab a knife. Fiberglass hood. I'm back. Get this nice and wet. Clay bar will help it stick in these major edges too. You know how white this clay bar was. I'll give you a second. We'll see what you think when we're done. Huh, not too bad. A little dirt in there. Not too bad though. Saturday morning. Hope everybody's busy. I wasn't gonna do much. I wasn't gonna do nothing today, and then I had a lady that wanted to get a window fixed this morning. Didn't show up. It's my fault, so I didn't take a deposit from her, so she didn't show up. So I'm not perfect. My window film's not perfect. I'm good, but like I said, I'm not perfect. But I'll take care of her next time. I just canceled the appointment and moved on. But this guy added this yesterday, so after he dropped off the side pieces. All right, cool, good enough. And my towel again. Actually, what I want to do, put it down again, just so this moves. This is a cool little squeegee, really old. I need to buy a new one. Check that out. There you go. Look at that. Good to go. I'm gonna grab a new towel. I'm gonna clean this with alcohol, so I'm just trying to get most of the wet spots off. I'm gonna wipe this off so stuff don't hit it. Nice and smooth. There's a little chunk right there. Another little one right there. Sap or something. So take that and look at it a little more. That's a chip. To look like when they painted it, they just probably scuffed it up and went over top of it. As you can see the green paint underneath it. Instead of sanding it down to bare metal, I guess you don't have to, but I'm not a painter, so I'm not sure. So, what's up, everybody? Who's here? Who's here? What's up? Hood wrap, bro. Yep, hood wrap. Yep. Hey, and I did not get time yesterday to send out your hats. My bad. I will get them out to you. I want to ship them UPS, so I don't think I can ship them. I don't think I can ship them on Saturdays. Like, I didn't get done working on this thing until like 7 o'clock last night. And I started bright and early in the morning. I just tinted a car at 2. So, just cleaning these bottom edges, especially these bottom edges. You want these underneath edges to be super, super clean, so stuff wants to stick. I say that politely. Wants to stick, not has to stick. I mean, it does have to stick, but. What are you up to today, Texas 10 Pro? Cool. 350, matte black. Yep. Solid hoods without scoops. I would charge $300. Like I said, I wanted these edges. I want to make sure that I do some really good fine tuning too. Cool. First thing I want to do here, though, is I'm not going to clean the rest of it. I'm going to get measurements and get my vinyl out. I measure my vinyl. Yeah. Grab a tape measure. Yeah, these vehicles, the farthest typically is from here to there. So 60, we'll do 68. I wish the comments would stay up there. "3M solution stick." Yeah, the problem with putting primer stuff inside here is it sticks too good. So if you ever want to take it off, it's a problem for whatever's underneath there. So I just clean it with alcohol really well and I got it wet, so I want to make sure it's totally dry too, so the alcohol is gonna evaporate on my end. This is why I do that. Let me read your other comment here. Yeah, kicking some cars left and right. Yeah, you're please just don't speed through it because you can. Don't do that. I know you won't, but don't. Please. Do what you can, man. Don't do what you can, not what you have to. Or do what you have to, not what you can. So cutting by myself might be a little bit tricky today. But wish I had the right box for this. The right box would be kind of cool. Trying to find my cutters. Wherever I put them, all my cutters over here. I'm just gonna put it on the floor. My floor is not too dirty. What did I say? 60. Yeah. Looks like I got one more wrap left out of that. You haven't been going live lately, man. What's up? You disowned us. That's all right. I get it. Making sure my butt wasn't in the camera. Probably wasn't my best idea. I'm here, sorry. Ooh. Probably wasn't my best idea to put that on the ground. When I say that, yes, it's on this side, but when I'm squeezing it down, all I'm doing is just pretty much on there. Just trying to knock off some of that stuff without scratching it. I want my card to scratch this. All right, so that's ready. There. Got some new I got not squeegees, but I got some new Got some new magnets I'll try out today. When I ordered the vinyl, I got them. I don't know if this is what you use, the patch, the magnetic patch for cars and your windshields. I think you got those small blue ones. So I don't need these, I don't think. Not today. Magnets I will. Oh, no, they're packaged separately. There you go, that's magnet there. Magnet on the other side. Did you do any of these wraps, Tim Pro? Like out of vinyl? Obviously mine is vinyl. And what would you charge for it? And you charge differently for something having a scoop like I do. All right, nice and clean. The magnet there to hold it. Come over a little bit. That. Come back up. Cool. That. I know I haven't had. I haven't. I have to go live. I told him. Add another Bluetooth. What do you mean? Add another Bluetooth, Jamal. What's the other Bluetooth added for? I know obviously to hear, but how do you do that? Does he just have to have a Bluetooth in his ear? Is that what he's saying? He just has to buy a Bluetooth and you can connect it somehow? Because that's pretty cheap, in my opinion. Like, he can just have his own Bluetooth and he's not listening. He can just, I'm here. I'm trying to find something. Of course, the time I want it, I can't find it. Ooh. Should I try these today? The switch cards? Are these magnetized? No. Like I said, I'm here, guys. Sorry. I'm trying to find a new, trying to find my new cover for this. Usually when I do cars, I like to put a new cover on here, so if it does scratch, it's not because of this. It's because of me personally. So I like to keep a fresh one there. Oh, found it. I just don't know if I want to put it on this card or put it on this one. This one came with one. I just can't find it. Can't find where I put it at. So we're not going to use that one. Like I said, I always like to try to put a new felt piece on top. I wish I knew what these were so I can go buy them locally so I don't have to buy them online. They're super nice, super strong. They hold up really, really well. Nobody likes watching vinyl wrap jobs. Ooh. This one's probably been on too long. It left a bunch of glue behind. Normally don't leave glue behind. Normally don't leave glue behind them. How's the weather down there? Is it hot? You got air conditioning in the shop? Tim Pro? Trying to get this edge smooth. I wish this front-facing camera would have a wider lens. Sorry, I should have been prepared for this, right? Then you won't see the real struggle. Are you driving, Jamal? Are you on the way to the shop? You're watching this expertise? All right. Nice and clean now. I always use alcohol anyways before I put this on. And I just line it up in the center. Nose it down. Fold it over. There you go. So it's not matte, it's not gloss black, so it's not going to scratch as easy, but it can scratch. So this is the only part I don't like to do, is peel it off myself. And even though that sticks, I like to put the magnet on top of that. That magnet's probably not strong enough. I'm not going to trust that magnet. You see what I did there? Yeah, just peel that up. What I would like to do is have two people and then pull and then go down. Obviously, I can't. So I don't have two people. Gotta peel that a little bit more. I'll make sure that this covers up though. So this is why magnet's good. There you go. How about that? No new comment. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna try to stretch this out a little bit this way. They call it glassing it out. Put that there. Got a nice glass. You pull this, whichever way you pull, you can watch it. You can watch the vinyl go and go down. You see that? It's called glassing out. Find nice smooth areas, push it out. Cool. Don't need these no more. Why are you disconnected on me? I'm gonna show you. Flip the camera around. Boom. There you go. Glassed out. Extra there. I gotta take care of that right there by pulling it. Let's see if I can do it on camera. Pull it. Need two hands, but yeah, pull that over there. Yeah, I gotta glass that out on that side. And that should be good. So let's turn it back around. Change the angle here again. Work on this corner here. You pull it this way. It's that way. I use a body for the rest. And you want to make it look like glass so it goes smooth wherever you want it to go. You get it more looking like glass now, the less you have to move stuff. So I like to start in the center. I find my squeegee. I like to start right in the center. One smooth stroke down the middle. That's no glass. And I did that, right? So now you take the squeegee on a little angle, a little bit of overlap, back and forth, up and out. You want to go into the channels so the air can come out. It's kind of what happened to that top part on me. Can you zoom in too? Zoom in. Gonna make sure I'm in the right spot. I'm just gonna work my way this way now. Get my glove on. Towel works good too. Grab a towel brand new towel. Not a brand new towel, but grab a towel. We go in these grooves. Push that down. It goes right into that channel right there. See how that bubbles right there? Just move your hand around like this. Oops. So I didn't squeeze this down. So there's tension there. Spots that locked down and spots didn't. So before I go any farther, let me lock this down where it's supposed to go. So it does looks like from here, you can see that? Let's see. Yeah, you can see that. It looks like I'm gonna have to pick up and release that air pressure out of that, which is no big deal. Another great thing about vinyl. Putting your hand underneath the vinyl is not the greatest, they say, for all the oils that are on your hands. You weren't paying attention to me yesterday. I do like to take the edges with my hand, and I won't need much heat until the end. Shouldn't need much heat to the end. I do. I like to use my hand for inside here. My thumb. Any comments? No. It's too early for everybody. There. So past that. That's that. We'll work this down. I wouldn't say I'm the best at vinyl wrapping, but I wish my vinyl wrapping skills would transfer over to paint protection. So, as I'm doing, I'm trying to get this out, and I'm leaving this pocket here, right? I'm leaving that, trying to work that. If you do it right, you won't have a problem right there. You're able to lock that in, and then work that in. You see that? And work that in, right? Now, as this is locked in here, right? About right there, I think. Now I go back on that side and work that whole edge out. Did you see that? Probably not. Let me move this over just a tiny bit. I lost my viewer. It's okay. See all that down there? See it? Look. You either can do this or you can just pick the vinyl up. The one thing I wish I was better at was corners. There's a little spot right here. I'll come back and heat this out. Kind of crease it a little bit, but the heat gun will expand it out to make sure this corner's that's locked in there. And we'll come back to this. Try to get this to sit in here as good as I can without heat. The less heat you use on these edges, the less likely it can shrink. So keep that in mind. If you're throwing blasting heat to it right away and it's sucking in there, the heat can suck it right back out. So careful with that. All right. Let's move on to this side. Sorry. Need to grab a drink. You see that? I'm try to take care of that real quick. Perfect. Kind of look over it again, make sure everything's settled. Everything's settled but this part. Let me take my squeegee and see where I'm at. All right here. As I did before, I want to settle this down with my hand. Cool. Just past that little lip. Little shiny spot on there. Must be some of my grease. So it did it again there, which is fine, like I said. What we'll do is just lift it up. Cool. Put that down. Like I said, you want to work everything into the edge. You don't want to work into that because it has nowhere to go. So if you keep working this way into the edges, it has somewhere to go. I probably can knock this rest of this top part out real fast. Cool. There's that. Then I can start working on that edge going down. We'll change hands. I do have 2 gloves. I just don't feel like getting the other one out. Sweating. 2 gloves on. Like I said, less heat you use, the less strain you're putting on the vinyl. So that's about where the flat side is at. We'll work it in here. Work this down. See? Okay, so got a couple spots here. I'm live right now. I'm not sure. I have to message him, but I'm live in here. I know. All right. Dogs are going crazy. People cutting grass. Oh, that was a good angle too. Like I said, I need a heat gun for this little spot that I messed up on. I didn't mess up. I just rather take care of it now than have to worry about it later. So just take the heat gun, just hit it a little bit, get that to go away. So I pushed it down before everything else was down. So now everything's gone. Ooh, spot I missed. It's probably a left-handed thing. Switch hands. Another reason you use your hands is you can feel if there's something crazy going to happen. Just like stringing with your hand. I can see the whole I can see this whole thing moving as I'm squeezing it. So if you're not pushing down hard enough, when you get done, when you do your post heat, you should always post heat, and the post heat will bring out all of that extra stuff. So you see that big bulge I got going on right here? Kind of. I'm going to lift this up and get rid of it. It's going to be easier. So I've crease in it and all that great stuff. Cool. All right. I'm just going to run my hand across it, make sure there ain't nothing crazy off Front Street. And I know I got to work with that corner, this. Just got to make sure I got most of the spots. Cool. Cool. All right, so I'm going to take the gun to this. See if I can zoom in a little bit more. Cool. Zoom in a little bit. Just going to heat this up a little bit, right? Get it moving. You see how that none of that moved, right? Get that decently hot. Let it cool down. You always want to let it cool down. You want to let it expand back. And now you want to try to work it in. Try to work it in a little bit farther. One other thing you can do is put a slit here, release some of that pressure. I'm not going to do that just yet. We'll see how much I can get to lay without relieving the pressure. It'll tell me how much tension is actually there. See, nothing moved. So there's not much tension from what I've done so far. Okay. Now I'm going to do what I said. Put a little slit. Just do it in the middle. Don't want to get too close to the edge. You see how this now will release some of that tension. So like here, I probably can go a little bit farther. Try to get that tension to release a little bit. There you go. You don't want to go too far because if it stretches, it's going to overstretch and it's going to break that apart too. So you want to be careful with that. See how that spread apart a little bit, if you can see? Now it allows you to pull this down too as you're heating. And you can't see nothing because the hands in the way on this side. If you're in the comments like I can't see your hands in the way, I don't know what other angle I could give you unless it was on my head. You know how those go. So you want to take that heat gun back to that edge. Make sure nothing sucks back up. Okay, there's that. Now I'll get a little bit froggier and cut a little closer. I'm not going to wrap underneath. Unless it's a corner or an edge, I don't wrap underneath. I try to go right to the edge. My opinion, less likely for binding. Okay, take that up. Especially inside here, you got that cover that goes over top of that. So the cover is going to cover it up. So we'll take this and take the heat gun back there. I'm going to blast it with heat for the most part. Make sure nothing moves. Nothing is moving. I'm just putting my hand down there. Cool. Right. Here's that post heat, right? Going across. I'll do this later too, but just hit this with heat. If anything pops up, I'm going to push it down. You can't see because I have it zoomed out. So we'll take you in and show you. Right? Look at that. Perfect. Now we'll work on that. Right? Let me try to find my hand. You see I can't push inside there without no heat? Right? So let's get it there. I gotta be on this side. I'm try to zoom in on us. Cool. What's up, whoever just came in? Say hello. Check the comment. I'm gonna walk back. Just working on this hood wrap. What's up? Show message? Oh, shoot. Hide message. Not sure who that is. But hello. Comments. Sorry, I can't pronounce names very well. So I'm just gonna take the heat, warm this back up pretty good again. You didn't watch the last one. Get that nice and warm to see how that's flimsy. You wanna let it cool down. Let it cool down for a minute. Now you wanna, after it cools down for a second, take your hand, try to rub that into the groove. Kind of can see how that's slipped inside there. Like I said, I try not to put relief cuts in it just yet. Just say I must have hated that, pushed it down a little bit too much when it was hot. So we'll warm this side up. And the good thing is if you watch that, if that comes back up and releases, too much stress. It's locked down, so it's not too much stress on that. Overheating and stretched inside of it. All right, so there's that. Now I'll put my cut inside of it. Remove. I don't understand other languages. My apologies. So it's going to have to get deleted. I put a slit in there to release some of the pressure. So when I push down, see how that moves? This is almost sucked down all the way down there. Anyways, you could try to push this down with your hand a little bit if you want. After that pressure is released a little bit, most likely it's not going to do much. Heat her up. Lock her in. This is where the glove is really real handy. It lets that glide over the film. Sometimes if you take a heat gun, well, you can't see. You take a heat gun real far out here and just let it warm like it's a hot summer blowing day. Kind of helps too. Kind of stretches it without overheating it. It's almost like an infrared heat gun, or not heat gun, but thing. Okay, blast it a little bit. It looks pretty good. Blast. Oh, see, that's releasing a little bit. Oh no, that's all in. All right, so we'll take my knife, cut it down. See if you can see me. What's up, Rye Beats? Wrapping the hood on this Challenger. I didn't catch your live yesterday. I rewatched part of your live and seen that you went live on Thursday. You said nobody watched. I did not get a notification. Just so you're aware, I did not get a notification that you were live on Thursday night. I was also in Clubhouse with my tenors talking about quotes, how far to go away. Real important one for me to hear. But blast this with heat. Lock that in. Cool. We'll zoom out. We'll zoom out again. Bam. There we go. Yep, wrap the hood on this Challenger. Do a little post heating. Post heating here, making sure that you don't see anything bubble up, which what the sun will do to it, which is totally fine. Just catch it now. You don't have to do this right this second either, but I do. Especially if you gotta lift it up, right? If there's something crazy you gotta lift it up, it's better to find it now before you start trimming edges and all that cool stuff. Just take the heat gun over it, especially in these these valleys right here. You want to make sure that that's all locked down and nothing moves. And this right here will tell you that I squeegeed it out really well. I already did this side. Cool. There's that. You said that you were in StreamYard, right? StreamYard did that to you? I know what everybody's been waiting for. Put these back in. So we'll put these back in. This is for that side, and this for this side. So this underneath like this locks in. Boom. Done. In. See? Locks up top. Boom. Seamless now. Can't even tell it's in there. Boom. I'm only going live on the iPad anymore until I get better internet. The internet is whack. But yeah, if you were on StreamYard, I would take it that can't see me. Then I take it if you're on StreamYard, then well, not StreamYard. You use you don't use StreamYard. What do you use? You use what the heck is that thing called? What do you use? I can't remember. I have it on my computer. So what I'm going to do with the hood here, I can shift this over a tiny bit. not going to cut close. I'm going to cut enough to get rid of this extra stuff. Maybe, I don't know, 2 fingers. Okay. Let's find out if it's 2 games or not.
So I guess she called Veronica and Veronica said she's doing it. I said, I told them, regardless of what it was, I was leaving after the first game. I'm not saying who did it. So.
Love you too, babe. My wife's going to do some volunteer work. Oh, it is StreamYard. I was thinking of something different. Nobody's watching again. I'll show you what I do on this. What I do on these edges. I'm not an expert at it. But I'll take this around the edge, and then here's the point. So what I'll do here is I'll come here and go straight up. Right? That's out of the way. So you want to leave some, right? So I want to relieve some pressure so I can lift this hood up. So I want to cut this real close to here because I can, right? That's going to relieve some of that pressure. This part, though, I want to have a little bit of extra. So I'll leave it there. When you pop the hood, you want to make sure this is up. It doesn't stick. When we go in there, it's going to go up and in. Can't see very well either again. I'm just releasing some of this. Could have helped just putting some tape on the side. Cool. Movie over here. Cut this edge again. Like I said, I want to leave enough to tuck, but enough so it doesn't stick. Find where that corner is at. Come up and over. Extra vinyl. Yeah. So I'm good at, not I'm going to say I'm good, but I'm okay at corners over there. That side don't get tucked in and disappeared. I'm just releasing the rest of this. You can see those, you probably can't see those edges, but those edges pull up. These edges pull up because of it's so tight right there. What was that? Move my ability back again. Shift this up. We're working on that stuff. To this edge, I'm going to do corners. Cut that off a little bit more. Try to leave it a 1/4 inch. And then I leave that bottom part where that's at. And then I'm going to roll my hand over, roll my thumb over it. Just keep my thumb going underneath it. I don't use any heat on this. This part up here does tend to need heat. Like I said, I'm going to keep 1/4 inch or so. Kids at the dentist. Saturday, you got an expensive dentist. That should be done here in probably a half hour. Corner. That's what sucks by not doing these corners real quick. I probably should. I think we will. We're gonna work on these corners so I can have better angle here. We'll put everybody this way. See if you can see how I mess this up or don't mess it up. I'm gonna take the heat gun to it. Try to get it to roll underneath. I want to make sure nothing's overlapping each other. This how it's sucking in hot underneath there. Good part, there's a black hood underneath. So, not saying I'm. So I heat that up, and I want to work on that a little bit. Not saying that that's an out, but this still has to be a 1/4 inch also. I just left it long to get the hood to pull up. But I want to try to work this in real quick. You probably didn't. I kind of creased that going underneath there. That's the other problem with having short. If you crease it by overlapping like this, comes into that a little bit of an issue. I'm going to cut some of this bottom off. He said you don't want too much extra. My opinion, the more extra stuff you have underneath, that's maybe not sitting down right, more surface area to not sit up inside there. So take the heat gun again, hit that corner underneath. I did notice that corner had, which I'll hit the bottoms anyways, but try to hit this corner as best I can. Shut the heat gun off so it burn nothing right. Boom. I lost my clicker over here. So that's that corner. Came out pretty good actually. We'll work on this corner. See if I can perfect this side. Cool. I do need a heat gun. I'm just going to try to cut some of this extra stuff off real quick. Didn't mean to do that. It's all jagged. Like my Jagger. Grab a heat gun. Same as I did last time. Take that and see what happens when I shrink it. You might not be able to see it. I can barely see what's happening. Try to get this underneath though. Hang on. I gotta get this in the right spot so it can suck up underneath there. The cow's in my way here. Okay, so I bent it up pretty good. Didn't want to do that. So I'm spreading it apart down there. There we go. Now let's talk about too much crap down there. That's what I'm getting, too much crap. I will say that my other corner, about the same. The other corner seemed like it went a little smoother. Give it some heat. Just locking down. As much as I possibly can. Cool. Alright, there's that. I will do the roll down of that in a minute. Now this hood can come down. Probably gotta slide this back up again. I'll work with the hood from there. I guess I don't need that much, but we're gonna do the corner like I was telling you before. Leave a little slit. Obviously, you want to try to make it as good as possible, or not good as possible, but as clean as possible with edges. I put my finger along that top edge and let it roll, so it's like my marker or my tape measure. Somebody actually came out with Mike Norton came out with a cutter that does that, but I think that's for something else. But see if you can watch me do this corner. So everything's down. So what I'm gonna do, little tension, throw some heat to it, roll it under, roll it under, roll it under. Get it back up. So like I said, you don't want extra stuff. So I'm gonna cut that off. You can't see it because angle's in the way. So can't see. Try not to have crease marks in it. There's some crease marks. You will find that those will find water later. That's be the weak spot. The weak spot in your cut. Now I'm just going to roll this underneath. I'm going to cut some of this off, I think, on the inside. So it looks cleaner when I open up the hood. Cool. All right, let's go back to this side. I'm going to leave the hood up. And fold the rest down. I had a little bit of a tension problem right there. Boom, gone. What I'll do is I'll take a heat gun to it now, on the bottom, heat this whole edge. Get everything locked down, doesn't move. Didn't lay down very well. Nobody would have seen that. Cool. All right, we're gonna do the front edge of this. I still don't lock the hood all the way down. So we'll work on the top of the hood up here. Cut this off again. This is real important to make sure that none of this is buckled. Because guess what they see? They see that buckle. Because they're looking right through here. Just working it slow. Rolling it over. This spot, like I had on that other side, I'm not too fond of. Cool. Take the heat gun to the top edges, see what happens. I try to blast the corners. Those are gonna be the weak spots. Edges, the weak spots. You know, they locked it down, so 83 minutes to wrap the hood so far, technically. Was cleaning it, everything. No major hiccups. You got some light scratches in these. I don't have any that I really see, but if you do, blast the heat around them. That will help, like cure it, bring it back to life, I would say it. I got some like grease marks or whatever, but heat gun will help bring back some of the life of the vinyl. So I don't really have any. There was a couple little spots I seen earlier that I must have got rid of when I was doing it. But there's that. So what I want to do now is I want to do that inside edge. Only spot I didn't do. Oh, it's a heavy hood. I want to hit that. Make sure that it's locked in. Like I said, if you hit these corners and you hit all these edges now, and you get rid of all the stuff that could possibly happen over time, that's what you're looking for, really. So I'm gonna get rid of my glove. I don't need my glove anymore that I know of. Snap a new blade and cut off some of these uneven spots. You can't see what I'm doing. It's okay though. Cool. There's that. Well, there's that. All right, there's a couple of spots that I tinkered with. Smash the hood down all the way. If anybody can see that. Take an alcohol bottle and try to get some of these grease marks out of here. Sweet. There's that. Nice and wiped down. Cool. So if anybody was here yesterday, let me move this stuff down a little bit. Anybody was here yesterday? Well, here's the hood. Nice and clean. Anybody was here yesterday? I did these stripes on the side. And then I added RT to them. That's what I ended up doing yesterday. Here's the other side. Slight difference on sides, just because that R was a little bit different. So I cut the R out a little bit different for them. You know, on different sides of the car. But now this vinyl matches that hood instead of being the shiny they had on there. How late am I? I'm done. You're pretty late. You check it out. Hey, but I'll tell you what. I know you wanted to wrap some stuff, right? Take a look at this video. Dave, take a look at this video. I'm gonna help walk through these gullies working this out, how to take this off, right? And I said, and working in these gullies right here, and wrap it out. One person, 2 people in the beginning, like I was saying before. It's a great idea. I've done that in the past. I like doing that in the past. But other than that, yep, I am done. Tired too. I'm hot. So, what are you up to today, Dave? You got a lot of stuff going on? Two hours. Let's see, 83 minutes. Is that what it says? 90 minutes, an hour and a half. I was on this from the time I hit go live to now. So, hour and a half, $350. Pretty good investment, pretty good price. Not sure what everybody else charges for these, but to me, this is a perfect price for that. So, did you, Dave? Before I leave, did you see the side pieces that I did on this? I did yesterday. If not, I'll show you real fast. And he was talking about talking about getting his hood repainted. So I told him I did that, made the R, printed him off on the thing. Walk around. Everybody else got to walk around. I guess you don't want to look at that. You don't want to look at that mark on my wall. Come on, boom, stop. So, all right, everybody, I'm gonna get out. Looks like Dave's getting out. Dave, I'm glad you got all that stuff in. That's cool. I still got to order my stuff. But appreciate everybody that has watched and came in. Hope you learned something here. I'm not just a window tinner. I do wrap stuff. These type of jobs I love to do because they're in and out. Full body wraps I can do. Takes time. People usually don't have time, which I'm okay with. And the price is not cheap because I need to make my money on that. I don't do this every single day, but I do know what I'm doing. So if anybody needs anything, please let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on it. And let's get you tinted or wrapped.